Art can be playful, colorful, powerful, and soaring. Have you ever looked at a painting or sculpture and wondered, how can someone be so talented? Have you ever seen a piece of art and thought about the person who created such a masterpiece? Who are these artists? What are they really like? What inspired them to become artists? How old were they when they started making art? Did you know that many artists started to create art when illness transformed their lives? Some of them were in the hospital, where they had a lot of time on their hands during their recovery. They used this time to make paintings, sculptures, and drawings. Spending time creating artwork is so healing and powerful. We'll show you how artists create their work. After you've visited the artist studio, we invite you to create your own artwork that you can donate to a hospitalized child. If you're like me and you've ever wondered about these things, then join us as we go behind the scenes into the artist studio. Today we're visiting one of my favorite artists, Stephen Bennett. Stephen Bennett has traveled to 25 countries around the world where he paints indigenous people in their rural villages and communities. Some of the countries that Stephen's visited include the Seychelles, Tanzania, Malaysia, Papua New Guinea, Namibia. His travels have taken him to several continents, including Africa, Australia, and Asia. Stephen has even lived in mud huts and slept in a hammock in Mexico for 5 months and visited tree houses in Africa. When Stephen was 18 years old, he shattered his foot and ended up in the hospital for several months. During this time, he used his sketchbooks to make lots of artwork, including the faces of the people who were helping him in the hospital. Let's go inside. I think it's up here. Yeah, me too. Okay, we're gonna go up the steps.
Me too. I'm
so excited.
Hey,
Hey.
guys! Hi. Yeah, that's me. Come on in.
Come on in.
Hey, Lisa.
Hey, great to
Hi.
see you.
Hey, guys. All right, Noah, come on in. Come on in. Let's go. All right. How was that? All right, this is a painting of a Barabag or Datoga girl from Tanzania, from East Africa. And she has earrings that she's wearing that are traditional, made of beads. And I tried to put all the colors into this painting of the beads that she's wearing. And I call this painting 100 Mile Smile, because she had the most fantastic smile. These are some paintings that I made in 3 different countries. This one is from the Seychelles. Look at her, guys. There's a girl from the Seychelles. This is a man, an Iban man from the island of Borneo. And this one from Tanzania in Africa. I usually write letters. I write letters to introduce myself, to get a visa to be able to go to the Seychelles or Borneo or Africa. And then I go see a doctor to make sure that I'm okay. And then I go on the plane and arrive, and I bring all my paints and paper and canvas and make paintings while I'm there. Yeah, it's a lifelong mission and goal to paint as many people as I can from around the world. So I hope to go everywhere and paint everyone that I can find from every continent.
What's the funniest thing that happened to you when you were on one of your painting expeditions?
Oh, I have a great story. I was in Polynesia. It's an island, many islands, and I was on the island of Moorea. You guys know what an island is? Of course. And guess what they do on the island for food? What do?
Coconut.
Coconuts, yeah. And what else?
Animal.
Fishing. Yeah. And the local boys there invited me out on their boat one day. We went out into the reef with a beautiful, beautiful coral below us, and I had my snorkel and my mask with me and my underwater camera, and I wanted to take pictures, but they were there to go fishing to get food. They were throwing bait in with their fishing poles and to catch something. I didn't know what they were trying to catch or what they were doing. I was just so excited to be on this boat. And they said to me, "Steve, go take a look in the water. There's something beautiful down there. You've got to see the coral." So I jumped off the boat into the water, and the first thing I saw was about 20 gray reef sharks swimming all around me, and I screamed through my snorkel, "Ah!" I can't believe, no. And I jumped back in the boat again, and they were all laughing, laying out in the boat like they couldn't believe how funny it was. And I said, okay, yeah, that's a funny one, guys. And I learned about the reef sharks, and I learned that they're safe, they're harmless.
What inspired you to have this unique style? Your work is so colorful. Rebecca said it was people that look like rainbow people.
Because the colors on the marina, except that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, that one's more warm and golden. Those, yeah, those are the colors of the sunset. Well, I have a great interest in people, and since I was a child, I always stared at everyone. And faces to me were something that were so interesting to me.
Stephen, you were in the hospital when you were younger.
Yeah, that's
Quite
right.
some time. Can you tell us about that?
I fell down from the roof of the gymnasium of my school and shattered my left foot and broke it so badly that the doctors told me that they couldn't fix it. And they had to wait until the swelling went down. I spent several months in the hospital with the surgery and in the recovery time that my foot was healing, and then I went through therapy to learn to walk again. My friends brought me sketchbooks, and these sketchbooks saved me because I couldn't sleep. I was in a lot of pain from the break of my foot, and the medication would wear off that they were giving me to kill the pain. And I used my sketchbooks to distract myself, and it was amazing. While I was working, I didn't feel anything. And so the more I worked, the better I felt, and I found out that time was going by. And it was a great accomplishment for me to work in these sketchbooks and complete them. So I did one after the other, sketching everything that was around me, and it was a great therapy for me. It was a great way for me to express myself and to heal. And I did sketches of the people that were my roommates in the hospital room, and the nurses and the people who were serving me. And I got to spend a lot of time making artwork. That feeling of excitement and accomplishment of finishing a sketchbook, I actually filled it.
That's fantastic. I guess you could say that was one of the blessings in your illness.
Led me to become the artist that I am now, because I enjoyed making these drawings in the sketchbooks. It's kind of gone from there, being in the hospital, to making these portraits here of people that I meet all around the world. That's why I'm so excited to be sharing my artwork with you, and I can't wait to see the paintings that you make that are going to be up on the Soaring Words website.
When did you first become an artist?
In first grade, I was asked to draw a crocodile, and I drew it perfectly, and no one else could do one like me. And I had to do every little sign and name tag for everybody until I was...
I'm going into first grade.
Oh, wow, great.
Stephen, we've done so many fun and cool things together. You've been the artist in residence on our Soaring Words New Orleans Healing Mission, where we work with 400 kids at the elementary school there. And you've also been with us in many hospitals around the country and led workshops with the patients and their families there. What do you want to say to the patients and families that are seeing your artwork for the first time here?
I'm sending you color, a rainbow of colors, of yellows and reds and greens and blues and purples. So here they come. Wow.
I'm Rebecca, and I'm sending you a painting.
I'm Noah, and I'm sending you courage.
Hey, what's up? I'm sending you art.
Go to SoaringWords.org and visit Soaring Artist. Soaring Words is the power to heal.